Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching The Echo, episode number 14 on Channel 4. My name is Q Marskiani. I'm your host tonight. We have a great show. For you all. But I just wanted to let you know, because of the holidays and Thanksgiving, tomorrow's Thanksgiving Day, tonight I don't have any guests. I don't have my right hand side and left hand side. As you know, Derek always helped me with this show. He's not able to come to this show tonight because I guess he's taking vacation in West Virginia. Wherever you are, have fun, Derek. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow also. And also Jennifer, I haven't heard back from her, so I suppose she won't be here tonight. But right after our show, right after The Echo, our friends at Cincinnati 911 will give you the information that they don't want you to know about 9/11. But tonight is about a very controversial subject known as TSA tyranny, or I call it transportation sexual assault. TSA stands for that. No, it doesn't stand for it, but apparently recently it is very fair to say it stands for transportation sexual assault. And more people are waking up and standing up for their rights. They don't want to be molested at the airports. Nowadays, if you want to travel through air, you have to go through a very unnecessary search and scanning. And as you know, in big airports, like almost all airports here in the United States, they have new scanners that you go through, and they're working with the X-ray system. And as you know, getting exposed by X-ray is the worst thing to your DNAs. They have been known for the number one of the common cancer in any animals. We human also are part of the animal kingdom also, but because we do have DNA, and they would be altered every time we go through the X-ray scanning. As you know, if you have medical problem, they cover especially the reproduction part of men with lead, and the guy himself, the technician himself, goes behind actually a very solid lead, and doesn't get exposed to the X-rays, which is very dangerous to you. But recently they kind of made it like this: either you go through this machine that we provided for you, or what is going to happen if you don't like that, we are going to actually touch every part of your body, including your private area. In any case, if someone like you and me touch anybody's private part anywhere, it doesn't matter, on the street or anywhere, like maybe in a bar, we would definitely go to prison. But surprisingly, the airport securities don't go. Even a police officer cannot do that. Even a police officer has limitation, especially with touching your private areas. But somehow the securities at the airport are not, and they're kind of exemption. We want to find out why and what's going on. In order to do that, I have provided a clip for you nice people at home it's an interview that Alex Jones had with former governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura. He's also the host of the creator, producer, and the host of the conspiracy theory on the True TV. It's a fantastic interview. As you know, Jesse Ventura has been fighting with corruption, and he's a wonderful person. He has served his country for 5-6 years and have been discharged by honor. But despite all these things, he has to go through this screening, and every time he goes through the screening device, definitely the device goes off, because a part of his body, his hip, is metal. So let's watch the clip, because that explains everything. If the clip 1 is ready, please roll it for us.
We appreciate you breaking this here and joining the revolt, and break down your view on what's happening.
Well, Alex, as you know, first of all, I had to have hip surgery, so I got a technique called hip resurfacing, which means, of course, they put carbon titanium steel in your body. They cover your joint with it, and it's because of that that I'm able to walk today. If it weren't for the hip surgery, the resurfacing, I would be in a wheelchair and would be an invalid, and I wouldn't be leading too good of a life. But I had to have it. But in light of that, every time I go to an airport, the metal detector goes off, because I have the metal in my body, which many people do. Now they've done this enhanced searching where the TSA and Homeland Security has said it's not good enough. They're going to either, you got to go into these full body X-ray machines if you set it off, or you now don't even get wanded. You get completely hand searched, to where if they touched you, the guy from San Diego is completely correct. If you were touched that way on the street, it would be a sexual assault. But they're able to get away with this because of apparently providing safety for us in airplanes. So I've made the decision myself, personally, that I will not fly public aircraft anymore, nor use the public to where I'm subjected to this. I feel that as a former governor, a former mayor, a honorably discharged United States Navy veteran, a Vietnam veteran, that I can't live with myself and subject myself that every time I go to an airport, I have to prove that I'm not a murderer. I have to prove that I'm not guilty of anything. I have to prove that I won't hijack a plane. I find it ridiculous, and so for my own personal choice, I will not fly a commercial airliner or subject myself to that again. And it probably means an end to my career, pretty much. I don't know. If there's jobs to do now, I will have to fly either in a private plane or find another mode of transportation, if I so desire to do them. But I will not do this anymore in the United States of America, within our boundaries, be subjected to a policy that is the exact opposite of our legal standards in America, of that you're innocent until proven guilty. Now, I admit, certainly security things need to be done, but why is the U.S. government in charge of it? Why isn't each individual airline in charge of their own security and determining who flies their planes and who don't?
Well, that's a key, Governor. TSA is already rolling out Viper teams. They have mobile vans, mobile trucks, where they are openly now making people go through them at random sports stadium events, at musical events, at bus stops, at train stations, on highways. This is a total federal power grab, with minimum wage security guards given powers that police can't engage in. And yesterday, I had the DA on from San Mateo County, and that's where the San Francisco airport is based, and he said that his sheriff's deputies can't grab someone's genitals inside their pants or on the outside unless it's an emergency and the person's been arrested, and then it's got to be same gender. And he said that he's not just warned the TSA that they're not above the law, that was his quote, but that he has now dispatched sheriff's deputies to the San Francisco airport, and that if he sees them touching people's genitals through the clothes, it's a misdemeanor, they'll be arrested. If they put them in the pants, which they've now announced, and they've now confirmed, including in some cases actually going in the underwear and grabbing the genitals and squeezing them, that it will be felony sexual assault. Now other DAs have come out. Now major airports in Florida are saying, we don't have to have the federal government in here. We are going to do our own security.
Well, to me, why isn't it done by the airlines in the first place? They're supposed to be private enterprise. Why is it the government that provides security for the airlines? Let the airlines provide their own. And then you choose who you want to fly with. And if you have a relationship with that airline, like in my case, it would be Delta Airline because they bought out and merged with Northwest. Well, Northwest, the hub was here. I know them very well, having been the governor. Why can't I have a relationship with an airline where I'm not subjected to this type of behavior simply because I want to go fly and do my jobs? Or whatever it may be, go on vacation, whatever it might be. But yet I've never been arrested. I've never broken a law. I'm not a terrorist. I've served my country honorably for 6 years in the military. I wish no ill will on my country. I'm a patriot to my country. And yet I'm subjected and treated like I might hijack a plane or I might blow up and murder people. And I take offense to that, Alex.
Well, Governor, that's what this is all about. It's about training us that we're the bad guys and that we have no constitutional training. They don't search people like this in communist China.
Well, I have friends in Mexico who come from Europe, and they've told me they avoid the United States like the plague now. That when they go to Mexico and that, they will fly through any other cities except going through the United States. Is that really how we want to portray ourselves in the world?
Well, CNN reported, as well as the Associated Press, that it's been over $9 billion a year lost since 2006 that they know of because tourism is down by over a third because foreigners won't come here because of the police state. And they've been phasing in these enhanced pat-downs. They've been phasing in the body scanners for tourists from outside. Now they're just doing it to citizens, and we're doing the same thing. And just last week, they had the heads of the pilot association. They had the heads of the flight attendant unions. They had the heads, lobbyists that represent the hotels and the theme parks. And they said, please stop. It's killing us.
Well, the thing is, too, Alex, okay, they'll offer to me, when I put off the original buzzer when I walk through, you've seen it. We've traveled together. The buzzer goes off. Well, then I'm given an option. I can go into this full body scan X-ray machine, which if they have to black out your face, because if the photo from that were put on the internet, they would have full nudity of you.
Did you hear about them leaking?
Now wait. So you're also being X-rayed, Alex.
Yes.
Now, if you're flying 4 times a week, I don't care how much they tell you how little radiation you're getting. You start multiplying that out 4, 5, 6 times a week, 52 weeks out of the year maybe. Then if 5 years from now I get some brain tumor and everyone's going to say, gee, how did that happen?